彼女は警察官だ。逃げはしない。
Sasazuka. She's a police officer. She won't run.
これまでの X-ray 事件の被害者は漏れなく殺されてる。
All the X-Day victims today have been killed, without exception.
そんな中、こいつは助かる術を与えられた唯一の被害者だ。警察以前に疑うのは当然だろう。
She's the only one so far that they gave us a She's the only one so far that they gave us a way to save. Even if she's a cop, this is still suspicious.
でも、柳先輩は疑ってないんすよね。
But Yanagi doesn't suspect her.
ああ、今のところは疑う根拠がない。
Correct. I see no reason to suspect her right now.
信じる根拠もない。
Well, I don't see any reason to trust her either.
じゃあ、今のところは話してもいいんじゃないの？
Well, it seems like we should just let her go for the time being, right?
こいつがこのまま行方知らずになれば捜索がかかるし、そっちのが厄介じゃん。だったら
If she goes missing now, that'll just arouse suspicion, and that would be bad for her. So...
わかった。もういい。
Fine, I get it.
もし逃げても、居場所を突き止めて、洗いざらい吐かせばいい話だしな。
If she tries to vanish, we'll just track her down and make her talk. Like I said, I'm not running.
星野、後で改めて迎えを起こす。ひとまず、新宿署で待機してくれるか。
Hoshino, we'll come get you later. For now, could you wait at Shinjuku Station?
署にいた方がまだ気も休まるだろう。
I'm sure you'd be able to relax better there. Yeah. Hearing the tint of concern in Yanagi's voice made me feel a little better. Though the man they called Sasazuka remained thoroughly suspicious of me, I don't feel any of that from Yanagi. The last one was Enomoto. Right. I'm not sensing much from him. I became aware of someone observing me. What now? He's watching me.
予告状に首輪の存在は明るみにするなってあったけど。
The notice said not to expose the existence of the collar, didn't it?
そんな賢そうに見えないし、口滑らせて勝手に自爆しそうだな。
Oh my god, he's such an asshole. Why? I mean, I know why. Like, I'm aware of the genre or whatever. Of like, oh yeah, let's put this asshole character into an otome game. I think it's called like Hiru or something, like Heel, Heel. And yeah, I don't know why it's a thing. Like, do otome stands, like, are they masochists? Do they like being rated and talked down on, or like, I don't understand. Whatever. Anyway, you don't look very bright. I bet you'll find a way to get yourself killed on your own. What?
さあさすか、そのくらいにしておけ。
Hey, that's enough, Sasazuka. You little bitch.
解毒はできたが、彼女の首輪が外れたわけじゃない。少しは気づけた。
The poison was neutralized, but that collar is still around her neck. Just be careful.
ま、予告状にも首輪を通して監視してる的なこと書かれてたしな。
Besides, they did say that they'd be monitoring everything through the collar.
星野
As I turned to respond, Yanagi took my muffler and proceeded to cover the collar by wrapping the muffler around my neck.
今はまだ犯人の目的がわからない。署内でも首輪は隠した方がいい。
We don't know what the criminals want. You should keep that hidden even at the station. Understood.
じゃあ俺たちは先に行く。犯人が近辺に潜んでいる可能性もあるからな。お前も早く上司と合流しろ。
Then we'll be heading out first. The criminals might still be lurking around. Hurry up and rendezvous with your superior. Yes. After I watched the three of them leave, I looked at my phone. Mochita's been calling me repeatedly. Checking the time, I saw that 2 hours had passed. That feels like a lot, but also barely any time for this circumstance. I don't know. It's weird. It's like both. It feels like both at the same time. Because of how messed up it is right now.
星野
I really like this background scenery, like in the park or wherever it's at. I think it looks really pretty. Anyway. Mochida.
お前今までどこにいたんだ。連絡も取れないし、事件か何かに巻き込まれたかと思ったんだぞ。
Where have you been? I couldn't reach you. I thought you'd gotten caught up in an incident. Well, you wouldn't be wrong about that. I'm sorry I made you worry.
お前は真面目なやつだし、安易に連絡を怠るようなことはしない。何かあったんじゃないのか。
You're pretty responsible, so I know you wouldn't just stop answering your phone. Did something happen? I'm pretty sure this is related to X Day, so I should probably report what happened. But I don't know what'll happen if I talk. Racked with indecision, I decide to. Oh yay. Our first choice. I don't know if all of the choices are major or what. Sorry. I guess I'm getting a little sleepy myself. Sorry, I'm just gonna shrink that blueberry down a little bit. So, the little guy doesn't take up the whole, dialogue box. Well, I feel like I should put don't, because wasn't I told that I shouldn't say anything? Yeah. Still haven't learned anything.
なお、このことは警察に口外しないでください。こちらもむやみに手をかけたくはないので。
Oh, please do not speak of this to the police. We'd like to avoid taking drastic measures.
あなたも身近な人間や大切な人を失うのは悲しいでしょう。
And surely you'd feel quite lonely if you were to lose those dear to you, right? might still be listening, so I shouldn't speak carelessly. They said they'd be observing through the collar. Actually, on the way to Shinjuku Garden, I came across a male student using a dog for target practice. I mean, I know she's making that up, but that shit happens.
最近そういったやつも減ってきたと思っていたが、完全になくなりはしないか。
I thought that stuff had finally died down recently, but I suppose it still happens. Yeah, unfortunately. When the weapons ban was lifted, all the young people wanted to try out their weapons in spite of the coded tracking system. Couldn't they use like a target board for like those target boards for a shooting range, or are they paper? I don't know. I have never been to a shooting range, so I guess let me know. But hopefully, you know what I'm talking about, like, or even try it on like a fake animal, like, or I guess if you really have to try it on a real animal, like, why not go hunting? Like, there has to be like more ethical approaches to this. Mochida knew about this happening, so it seemed like he believed me.
それで、その男子学生はどうしたんだ？
So
話し
what?
て分かってくれたのか？
Oops. So what happened with the student? Did you talk him down? It seemed like he had some pent-up stress related to his home life. I got his parents involved and talked it out. It seemed like he understood he was wrong. Just to be safe, I think I should swing by and check on them for a few days.
それがいい。冷静になってから後悔するやつも多いからな。
Yeah, that'd be good. A lot of those guys regret what they did after they calm down. Yeah.
発砲さえしてなければまだ引き返せる。道を踏み外そうとしてる若者をお前は救ったんだ。よくやったな。
As long as he didn't pull the trigger, there's still time for him to change. You saved a young man who'd lost his way. Good job. That's not right at all. You were trying to reach me for a long time. Mochida, I apologize for making you worry. Really, there's no excuse for it. Stifling my deep guilt, I bowed my head.
まあ、お前に何もなかったならいいんだ。俺も到着がだいぶ遅れたしな。
Hey, as long as you're alright, it's fine. I was running pretty late too. Huh, really?
ああ、なんでかパトカーの鍵が見つからなくてな。
Yeah, somehow I managed to misplace the keys to my patrol car. Mochida. I was honestly a little shocked to realize how easy it was to imagine this scenario.
違うぞ。俺の管理に問題はなかった。はずだ。
It's not like that. I'm perfectly organized. Probably. Mochida was kind of clumsy, so it wasn't that unusual for him to lose things. While I was caught up in this mess, he was trying to find his keys. The thought just made me exhausted.
これでも大急ぎで来たんだぞ。けどな、俺が着いた時には周囲に不審人物はいなかった。
I hauled ass to get over here, you know. By the time I arrived, there weren't any suspicious people in the area.
ひょっとしたら揉めてるって通報もいたずら電話だったのかもしれないな。
The report about a scuffle might have just been a prank call. That's That's true.
が念には念を入れてここら一帯をパトロールしてから帰ろう。
But just to be on the safe side, let's do a round in the car before we go back.
お前が見つけたみたいに飛行に走ろうとしてる若者がいるかもしれないしな。
There seem to be some more hooligans like that. One guy you found earlier trying to flee the area. Yes, sir. After that, we drove around for a while in Mochida's patrol car. We didn't see any fleeing youths around, nor did we discover anyone or anything that seemed to be related to X-Day. Back at the station, I went to file a report. I picked up a pen, Kindle. I picked up a pen and tried putting it to paper, but my hand wouldn't move. Working in the SRCPO, listening to citizens, writing reports. That was my daily life. But the X-Day cases, even in this office, I've never had direct contact with them. We've only provided info to investigations. Still, I raised my hand to feel my neck. It really happened. Nothing felt wrong with my body anymore, but the color put the fear of death into me. According to those criminals, they're monitoring me right now. A small misstep could cost me my life. That thought made my hands tremble. I can't think that way. They could suspect that something's happened. I need to act normal. I just have to do what I always do. Just as I psyched myself up, I suddenly remembered that voice.
大丈夫だ。絶対に助ける。
It'll be alright. We've got you. It'll be alright, he said, his strong voice repeated in my head. Right, he's IG Yanagi, a former cop. I should verify his story. I turned on the monitor to my PC and clicked the icon to access the database restricted to police personnel. Detailed information will be classified, but I can find out where he was assigned. I selected the search field and typed in Yanagi IG and... Of course. I turned around in a panic. Saiki was standing right there. Saiki. I quickly moved my mouse and frantically closed the search page. You're still at work.
なんだよ、いたらいけないのか？さっき通報があってさ、俺はそっちに駆り出されてたんだよ。
Am I not supposed to be? There was an urgent call earlier, so I got sent out to respond to it. Ah, that's right. I remember that Mochida mentioned that.
おかげで新しく報告書を書かなきゃでさ、こんな時間まで残業してたってわけ。
So now I have to write another report. So I've been stuck at work this whole time. Really long day, huh?
っていうか、お前こそまだいたんだな。もうとっくに上がったと思ってたけど。
Yeah, speaking of which, you're still here too. I thought you left a long time ago. I got caught up in something too, but it wasn't anything of import. Who says import? Unless, like, they're
か今日はやたらと通報あったし。
Sounds like a rough day all around. Sure, a lot of calls today, don't you think?
と邪魔して悪い。お前の姿が見えたからつい声かけちゃってさ。
Well, I won't keep you any further. Just saw you and popped it in to say hi. You weren't bothering me at all. You actually cheered me up a bit. Mochida, Saiki, they're the same constant, reliable people that they've always been. Now that I'm in this crazy situation, I'm especially glad that those two are always there for me.
なんだよ、嬉しいこと言ってくれるじゃん。でもさ、お前は女だし、残業が辛かったら持田さんに直訴した方がいいぞ。
Well, that's nice of you to say, but if late nights are taking a toll on you, why not ask Mochida to let you off earlier? No, I don't think I need to.
言ってみるだけただだろ。持田さん、ああ見えて頼りになるしさ。
I'm just throwing the idea out there. Despite his looks, Mochida's a pretty reliable guy. A pretty reliable guy. A pretty reliable guy.
それに、お前かなり疲れてるみたいだし。
Besides, you look pretty beat.
同期の目をごまかせると思うなよ。さては、夕飯食ってないな。
Also, since this isn't an otome game, are we like the only female in the story? Don't try to fool a colleague's eyes. Let's see. You haven't had dinner, have you? Oh wait, there was that one caller lady that was complaining. I guess she would count, right? I had a light meal.
じゃあ足りなかったんだ。激務をこなすためには体が資本だぞ。食える時にちゃんと食っておかないと。
Well, it obviously wasn't enough. Your body needs fuel to do all that hard work. You gotta eat through, and you gotta eat right. Psyche, I'm not a pig like you. Damn.
俺ほどってなんだよ、失礼なやつだな。俺そんなに太ってないだろ。
A pig, rude. I'm not that fat, you know. I love when anime characters are like, I'm fat, or I'm gaining weight, and they still look, they have, like, perf bodies, like hot bods and shit. Psyche praised his belly fat. Psyche praised his belly. His belly fat level. Wow, grousing at me.
笑うなよな。仕事上どうしても生活不規則になるだろ。これでも体重とか結構気にしてんだから。
Hey, don't you laugh. Work is always intruding on my life, so I have to pay attention to my figure. Sure you do. Yeah, sure. And when you get fat, I'll be a good friend and let you know. At least this chick is just being straight up honest. Like, she'll roast. She don't give a shit. I feel like that's kind of a breath of fresh air for an Otome character. Or maybe not, I don't know. I wouldn't say I played like a shit ton of them, but I played enough, I guess. accurate. I just feel like most otome protagonists are like, yeah, they'll be a little bit honest, but they don't like roast like this from what I remember. Then again, it's been a long time since I've played an otome game, so yeah.
お前が太った時もズバリ言うからな。覚悟しとけよ。
Grr, that goes for you too. I won't mince words. Be ready for it. Okay. After leveling that parting shot, Psyche jogged off. It sounded like I said something else. Yeah, never mind. I could still laugh while talking to Psyche. Classmates' bonds are powerful. Nothing had changed, but I felt like I could at least look ahead now. I turned back to my workstation and entered Yanagi IG once again. Ooh, typing ASMR. There he is. He apparently started in a local jurisdiction and was assigned to Headquarters Investigation Section 1 4 years ago. So he did work in Investigation Section 1. But he quit the force this year. He's 28. He should have had a long He's 28. He should have had a long career ahead. None of the available information on him indicated that any problems had come up. He seemed like the most collected of the three, like someone you could count on. Frankly speaking, I didn't want to believe he was involved in anything related to X-Day. But all the X-Day incidents were so far had been large events using video sharing sites. Like what? OnlyFans. Actually, I was just looking up this game online, like just seeing how long it was and whatnot, and I think the actual original Japanese release date was 2016. So yeah, OnlyFans wasn't even really a thing when this game came out, at least in Japan. I guess here, assuming that 2020 is the Western or North American release, then, maybe that would have lined up with the whole OF craze. But yeah. Would they give advance notice to specific people? I still don't know why they targeted me, so Sasasuka's suspicions about me aren't baseless. I guess he's still a jerk, but if he's got a point, he's got a point. There was just too much I didn't know. There's only so much I can learn on my own. I need to talk to Yanagi and the others. I didn't know when Yanagi's group would get me, so I texted my little brother to say I might have to stay at the station overnight. She has a brother. Huh. After I turned my report into Mochida, I began drowsily nodding off at my desk. How professional.
お迎えに上がりました。囚われのお姫様。いや、眠そうだから眠り姫かな。
I've come to escort you, my captain princess. Oh, I guess you're Sleeping Beauty now. Huh. I looked in the direction of the voice and gazed upon a man in a white
自己紹介が先だったよね。
I'm sorry, I should have introduced myself first.
警視庁の科学捜査研究所所属。今は新宿署で機動捜査支援係を担当しています。白石景之です。
My name is Kageyuki Shiraishi. I run the field ops support team for Shinjuku Station.
よろしくね。
Nice to meet you, Miss. Oh, hello. Ichigo Shino, Special Regions Crime Prevention Local Office. Ah, right. That was your name. I'd heard that CSIs had been temporarily assigned to Shinjuku Station to deal with the X-Day cases. So he's one of them. Saiki told me once before that the field operations support team, aka field support, was full of eccentrics. Those hair clips, that cat type, which is really cute, by the way. He does look rather odd. And is he wearing cat ears, or am I tripping? I like his little clip or bobby pin. It's just a clip. But why is field support come to talk to SRCBO? I don't think there's anything here for field support to pick up.
言ったでしょ。俺は君を迎えに来たんだよ。
As I said, I'm here to pick you up. Huh?
あれ、まだわからない？じゃあ、僕の手を使っちゃおうかな。
What? You still don't get it? Then I guess I'll have to use my last resort. Oh god, is he gonna kidnap her? Shiraishi then mouthed a word to me without making a sound. I don't know what noise I made. Collar. My mind came to an immediate halt. What the fuck?
それ以上はダメ。君、死にたいの？
If they're monitoring her, aren't they using video surveillance? Like, couldn't they have watched him like mouth the word? Like, I don't know. Not another word. Do you want to die?
お静かに出ないと死にますよ。
Quiet, or else you'll die. Reminded me of the voice from before. I started trembling.
震えちゃってかわいいな。でも安心して。俺が知っても君は死なないから。
You're trembling. How cute. But you can relax now. You won't die. You won't die. Even though I know.
俺の役目はね、君を柳くんたちの隠れ家へ連れて行ってあげることなんだ。
Wait, what the fuck? My job is to take you over to their hideout. Finally, I understood what Yanagi meant when he said they'd come and get me. So there's more than 3 of them, and they have somebody in the station working with them.
にしても君もついてないね。いきなり非日常に放り込まれちゃって
Odd situations. Wait a bit. You're probably feeling hesitant. After all, you're in a pretty odd situation.
いつどんなタイミングで死が訪れるかわからないってどんな気分ね、俺に教えてよ。
Hey, how does it feel to know that you could basically die at any moment? Come on, tell me. Tell you. The man flashed a pretty smile, but I sensed something unfathomable from him. Is that really something someone would ask, knowing the situation I'm in? My speechlessness only seemed to cause Shirashi's grin to widen.
教えてくれないんだ。残念だな。面白そうなのに。
You won't tell me. Aw, too bad. It sounds so interesting. Interesting. That's the last thing I'd call this.
あ、そうなの？でもさ、ものは考えようだよ。死に直面する機会なんて普通に生きてたらめったにないからね。
Oh, really? But think Oh, really? But think about it. It's not every day that you get to come face to face with death.
だからさ、
So,
俺、君にすっごく興味があるんだよね。どこかに閉じ込めて一日中観察したいくらい。
what the? This guy's kinky as shit. I'm really interested in you. I want to lock you up and study you all day. If someone just came out and said that to me and I barely knew what the fuck they were, yeah, no. I'd call the cops, but since she's technically a cop or working for this police force, I'd call my superior. Like, fuck this guy. That was supposed to be a joke, right?
さあ、どうだろうね。
This is sexual harassment. Who can say? With a suggestive smile, he finally let go of my finger.
じゃあ、一緒に柳くんのところに行こうか。準備ができたら機動捜査支援係まで来てね。
Well, let's go see Yanagi. When you're ready, come to field support. Without waiting for my response, she left. What in the world was that? As I started to think, I touched my neck. I won't solve anything by sitting here and thinking. I need to meet Yanagi's group. I got ready to leave and proceeded to head over to the door with a plate that read Field Operations Support. I took a deep breath and knocked.
Hi.
Yes. A female voice answered. Oh wow, another chick.
お待たせしました。何か？
Think she's pretty. Sorry for the wait. Can I help you? Good evening. I'm Ichika Hoshino from the Special Regions Crime Prevention Office.
独房の方が訪ねていらっしゃるとは珍しいですね。
It's rather unusual for SRCPO to come knocking here.
私は白石主任の世話をしております。向井恵理子と申します。
I'm Eriko Mukai. I take care of Director Shirashi. Director? That guy's actually a big shot.
それでご用件は？
And I have business with Mr. Shiraishi is eaten.
主任ですね。少々お待ちください。
The director. A moment, please. Mukai disappeared into the room, and then
主任、お客様です。お待たせしては失礼ですので、今すぐにこちらに来てください。
Director, you have a guest. It's rude to make her wait, so you'd better get out here right now.
失礼なのは君だよ。誰が誰の世話をしてるって。
You're awfully rude. Who do you say takes care of him?
あら、おかしいですね。事実ですが。
Oh, was that unbecoming of me? It is the truth.
はいはい。今はそういうことにしといて。
Yes, yes, we'll just leave it at that.
それじゃあ行こうか。向井さん、お疲れ様。
Well then, we'll be off. Good work today, Mukai.
お疲れ様です。
And you too, sir. Excuse us. While we walked together, Shiraishi simply looked forward silently. We hadn't known each other very long, so we didn't have much to discuss. But the awkwardness on top of the situation was getting agonizing, so I tried to initiate small talk with him. So, Mukai called you director back at the station.
ただの階級だよ。ほら、警察官にもあるでしょ。巡査部長、警部補ってさ。
Yeah, it's just a rank. You cops have them too, don't you? Like officer, sergeant, or inspector. The people in the crime lab work for The people in the crime lab work for the police, but they aren't police officers. So that didn't explain how Shiraishi had become a director. I might have been impolite to Shiraishi when he came to see me at SRCPO. Hey, look, like, he was coming all on you and stuff, so I think not calling him by the appropriate title is not that big of a deal. But he was acting really weird too. Yeah, exactly.
どうかした？
What's wrong? It's nothing.
俺が主任なのがそんなに意外？
Are you surprised that I'm the director? Not at all. I was just surprised. Oh, oops.
俺みたいにうさんくさいやつ、全然主任に見えないってことだね。
At least he acknowledges it. Oh, really? A shady-looking character like me doesn't fit your image of a director. I never said that.
そこまでってことは少なからず思ってはいたんだ。ああ、そうか、そうなんだ。
That just means that you were thinking it, weren't you? So that's how it is. I see.
君って見た目で人を判断するんだね。ああ、俺もそうだし、悪いことじゃないよ。
Damn. You judge people based on their appearances. Well, I do the same thing, so it's not bad. Hey, he's also being honest. Whoops. I tried to lie to him, but all I did was dig my own grave. I wish he wasn't so critical of other people, too. When I heard he was a director, I expected more from him, so I was a little disappointed. Before long, we reached an intersection a good distance from the police station. Oh, this is a nice background, too. When we paused to wait for the signal, I heard a heavy sigh next to me.
できることなら二人っきりで君をもっと観察してたんだけど。
Just say the quiet part out loud. Just say that, my god is I wish I could just keep studying you with no one else around to interrupt. Study. Something felt off about him the moment we met, and I finally realized that I was like an interesting lab subject to him. This man is like Shu from The Full Boyfriend, except he's not a fat bird. I mean, I guess technically Shu has a human version of him, but yeah. He's obviously enjoying this while my life hangs in on the balance. Determined not to be jerked around, I changed the subject. We were already outside of Shinjuku Station, so I should be able to ask about the others. Hey,
ここで柳くんたちとの関係を聞かれても何も答えないからね。
I won't be answering any questions about Yanagi and friends, okay? What? I was stunned that I was denied so abruptly.
考えを読まれて驚いた。
Are you surprised that I read your mind? How did you know?
それが俺の仕事だからだよ。観察してその人間の考えや行動を分析するんだ。
It's my job. I study people in order to analyze their actions. You're a profiler.
そう。犯行の手口や統計学から犯人像を割り出してその心理を推論する。つまり、プロファイリングするっていう仕事でね。
Correct. I look at data to build criminal profiles and attempt to see into their minds. That's what profiling is, you dumb bitch. I mean, you might as well have called her that. It seems like he's just mocking her.
この数年の間にプロファイラーも事件の捜査に加われるようになったものの、
Well, more and more investigations have utilized a profiler recently.
捜査一課の人が目を光らせてるからあんまり好き勝手できないし。
Those annoying by-the-book investigators from Section 1 don't really let me do what I want. She sighed, disappointment on his face. Well,
ちょうどいいのかもしれないな。俺はブレーキをかけてもらわないと踏み込みすぎちゃうからね。
well, this might be perfect timing. If I don't take a break soon, I'm probably going to snap. Slightly frightened by Shirai's cheerful tone, I revisited to the topic. When you figured out what I was thinking, did you analyze me?
まだそんなに分析ってほどのことはしてないよ。君ってわかりやすいし。
I didn't need to do that. You're just really easy to read. That's not true.
そんなことあるって。君はさっきから俺のことばかり気にして、そのくせなかなか口を開こうとしなかった。
It absolutely is. The whole time we've been talking, you've been bothered by me, so we haven't been able to have a good conversation.
知り合って間もない相手と距離を縮めようと考えを巡らせていたみたいだったけど。
I figured that you'd just try and break the ice by trying to initiate conversation.
大抵そういった場合、口をつくのは当たり障りのない話題だ。
Typically, people in that frame of mind attempt to make small talk.
同じ部署なら仕事の話が触れるけど、君とは部署が違う。あと残されてるのはこういう関係。
If we worked in the same department, you'd try and talk shop. But we don't. The most common topic you'd have left would be mutual acquaintances.
この状況下で君が俺と柳くんたちの関係性に興味を持たないわけがない。
I'd say your most likely course of action would be to ask about my relation to Yanagi's group.
して俺との沈黙も解消される。まさに願ったり叶ったりな展開だね。
It would get rid of the awkward silence. You'd get information you wanted. It'd be ideal.
ま、柳くんたちと合流するまでは詳しい話をするつもりはないけど。
Anyway, I won't delve into any details until we meet Yanagi. Shiraishi had completely unraveled my exact thought process. It kind of feels like he's making a fool out of me.
そんなにムスッとした顔しないで。他人を分析するのは職業病みたいなものなんだ。
Oh, don't make that pouty face. Analysis is just an occupational disease of mine. The fuck?
それに君のそのあけすけなまでの分かりやすさには好感が持てるよ。
Besides, I'm actually rather fond of that transparent unreservedness of yours. That can't be a compliment.
そんなことないよ。バカな子ほど可愛いって言うしね。
Oh my god, another fucking asshole. Start to whispering. That's not it at all. I guess I should say you're so cute, you're dumb. I past fear and was just astonished now at how thoroughly he could read my thoughts. What a dick. The light changed and she walked away. I intentionally felt behind, allowing a bit of distance between us as we walked. After that, we arrived at a corner that was lined with old buildings. This area was lively earlier, but it was now utterly devoid of foot traffic and shrouded in ominous darkness.
着いたよ。
We're here. Shiraishi pointed to a building with shuttered windows on the first floor.
このビルの5階で柳くんたちが君の到着を首を長くして待ってる。
On the fifth floor of this building, Yanagi and the others have been waiting for your arrival. I don't expect much of a welcome.
あ、今嘘くさいって思ったでしょ。傷つくな。
Oh, you just thought I was lying, didn't you? You wowed me, madame. No, I didn't.
はい、嘘。まあいいけど。入る前に一つだけいいか。
Yeah, I was lying. Anyway, one thing before you go. What is it? What could it be now? Seeing my obvious apprehension, she chuckled.
ここからは俺を上の人間だと思わなくていいから。
From now on, don't think of me as a superior. Meaning...
ここでの俺は警察職員じゃなくて柳くんたちと同じ立場になるってことだよ。
Here, there's no hierarchy of the police department. I'm just another member of the team. I see.
ん？それじゃ入ろうか。
Yep, well, let's go in. Wait. I darted after she had suddenly entered the building. Then I noticed the tenant's nameplates. 5th floor. Detective Agency.
ああ、その表札は名前だけだから気にしないで。それより早くしないと置いてっちゃうよ。
That's just the name. Don't worry about it. If you don't hurry up, you'll fall behind. Yes. I hurriedly ran up the stairs after Shiraishi in a panic. And then... I finally set foot into my destination for the evening.
来たな。好きなところに座ってくれ。
You came. Just sit wherever you like. I reactions were all different, but I felt that they were all sizing me up. Yeah, they're sizing you up, Lauren. And probably not in the way that you think. Or maybe she does think. I couldn't help but feel unwelcome. You could cut the tension with a knife. Pardon me. At a loss for what to do, I took a seat on the sofa nearest me and watched Yanagi. The mood seemed a bit chillier than it was during our first encounter. This atmosphere is so heavy. Just then, Shiraishi emerged from behind a partition with a cup of coffee. He set it down in front of me and then slowly took a seat next to Yanagi on the arm of the sofa.
大丈夫だよ。みんな見た目はあれだけど、中身は善良だから。
It's okay. They're all good guys, despite their looks. I hope that's true.
さっさと話して終わりにするぞ。これ以上時間割かれたくないからな。
Just spit it out so we can be done with this. We don't have time to waste on you. I still can't get over his voice either. Sasazuka coldly permitted me to speak without even glancing up from the computer that he was using. The still image says otherwise. Unless we're seeing something she...
お前だって早く帰りたいだろ。
Oh, unless he really is just looking at the monitor and it looks like his eyes are looking up. You want to get out of here too, don't you? True, but...
まあまあ、そんなツンケンしたところで何もいいことはないよ。
Now, we won't get anything out of her if you're going to be a grouch.
せっかく第三者の人目に触れないところに来たんだし、ここは彼女の首輪をじっくり鑑賞するべきじゃないかな。
We came all this way to be free from bygones. After all, wouldn't now be a good opportunity to examine her collar?
白石さん、それが目当てでおとなしくこいつを連れてきたんじゃ。
Shiraishi, don't tell me you brought her here just for that.
そうだけど、何か問題ある？
I sure did. What's the problem with that? I knew he was just enjoying this. My gloomy mood abruptly turned to anger. I didn't have the luxury of being toyed with right now, and I was not in the mood. I couldn't just simply trust people who would let Shiraishi behave like this. I opened my mouth to vent my rolling indignation.
ひとまず自己紹介でもしておくか。これから協力して動いていくことになるかもしれないからな。
Why don't we introduce ourselves first? We may very well end up all working together soon. The shock from both the statement and being interrupted made my eyes go wide. Working together? What do you mean? Without answering my question, Yanagi simply laid a sheet of paper on the table. When I picked it up, I saw it was written with the same red lettering as the earlier note. We have seen that you possess the skill to assist Ichigo Hoshino. She is one of our sympathizers and a woman with the potential to inherit our will, so treat her with courtesy. Yeah, I'd say so far 2 out of 4 of these men are not being very courteous. Should any harm come to her, we will have no choice but to kill you all. Jesus, fuck. Calling me a sympathizer and threatening them. I was racked with shock, fear, and confusion. My hands trembled, but I kept reading. The note continued. Nonetheless, we bear no ill will towards your group. On the contrary, we would prefer to join hands. You who question the form of righteousness that the police cling to would surely find our concept of justice more agreeable. Of course, we do not expect you to be persuaded by mere words. So please try to grasp the truth of the X-Day incidents. Discover our true intentions. You have until midnight on January 1st. We'll be watching you via Ichigo Hoshino. What on earth do these people want? Joining hands? Does that mean these people are potentially murderers too? And there's not a word about the collar. They said they'd be watching through me. So I'm going to be wearing it forever. Disturbed, I put down the letter. Sasazuka spoke instantly, as if he was waiting for me.
これで今回のことを仕組んだ人間とお前がつながってる可能性が高くなったな。
So now we know that there's a high probability that you're connected to the culprits. Is this like another amnesia scenario? Like, did she lose her memory or something? What? Don't go assuming that on your own. I raised my voice at him without thinking. I hadn't joined the X-Day thugs at all, so I couldn't let unchecked accusations stand.
嘘をついているようには見えないね。
She doesn't seem like she's lying.
つってもそれ白石さんの主観だし、本当のところはわからないんじゃ。
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man. We don't know anything for sure.
あれ、珍しいな。榎本くんが俺を否定するなんてさ。
Oh, it's pretty unusual for you to contradict me, Enomoto.
いや白石さんにケチつけたんじゃないですから。
Huh? No, no. I wasn't trying to criticize you, Shiraishi.
ただ嘘を見抜かせないようにとかそういうことできる人間もいるし、他人の本質なんてわからないもんだから。
It's just, there's some people here who can't see through lies is all. We don't know what type of person she is. Enomoto looked glum, seeing that gave me a different image of him than I had earlier. They might have their own set of unfortunate circumstances, but that doesn't mean I can let them pin this all on me. We don't know what the criminals want, but... I sat on the sofa and looked at Yanagi. He nodded in understanding.
可能性の話はいくらでもできる。まずは彼女の話を聞いてからだ。
We can theorize until eternity. Let's hear what she has to say first.
星野、あの時新宿園で起こったことを詳しく聞かせてくれるか。
Hoshino, could you tell us in detail what happened back in Shinjuku's... I was gonna say station. In Shinjuku Garden. Yes. They mentioned justice in this letter. When the criminals spoke to me through the collar, they were fixated on justice too. I wonder if this is about the ban lift of guns. When the collar was put on me, the criminals spoke to me for a little bit. It felt like I was being interrogated. As I stated, I had no clue why I was targeted. I didn't understand the criminals' claims, and as a police officer, that I'd done no wrong.
お前の言い分は分かった。
I understand what you're saying.
こっちとしてもお前と犯人がつながってる証拠を掴んだわけじゃない。巻き込まれただけなら放っておくつもりもない。
We don't have any solid evidence that connects you to the criminals other than their word. We can't just assume that you're with them.
柳先輩。
Yanagi.
榎本、たとえ彼女がスパイだったとして、俺たちは犯人側に知られて困るような情報をつかめてるか。
Enomoto, even if she spy, did we reveal any intel to the criminals that would cause any problems for us? I
疑うのはいつでもできる。だが、信じないと始まらない。
feel free to suspect her if you want, but I feel like we won't get anywhere until we trust her. I don't get, like, if she, I mean, I feel like if she is involved, then she has amnesia. But, like, then why would the X-Day people try to kill her? If she's involved with them, and she didn't, like, betray them. I don't know, unless she did when she lost her memory, or I don't know what the hell's going on.
X デイ事件を追うのも大事だが、その首輪について調べるべきだ。
Our pursuit of the X-Day incidents is important, but we should also look at that collar of yours.
星野、お前の本意じゃないとしても、犯人につながる大事な手がかりだからな。
Oshino, even though it was unintentional on your part, that collar's a great lead on the criminals.
ま、利用できるなら使うべきだな。
I say we should make use of whatever we have.
それに、首輪をどうにかしないことには、お前も落ち着かないだろう。
I'm also sure that you aren't going to be able to relax until we do something about it. That's true. He's actually concerned for my safety. He seems to be the only decent guy so far. At least in this circle. I mean, Psyche seems okay, and Mochida, or whatever his name is, he seems like a nice guy too. I don't know if they're, like, romance options though. I guess we'll have to see. He's actually, oh wait, we read that. Even though the collar and its ties to the culprits is what they were interested in, it was still very heartening to hear him actually worry about my well-being. But if you're going to examine the collar,
言い忘れていましたが、
I need to mention something. A sudden voice made itself known and directed everybody's attention to my collar.
首輪を外そうとしても無駄です。無理に外そうとすれば、彼女の命は保証できません。
It is futile to attempt to remove the collar. If you insist on trying, we cannot guarantee her safety.
調べるのは自由ですが、それも我々に不利益ありと知れば、同じ結末に至ります。
You're free to examine it, but if you do anything to inconvenience us, you will also be putting her life in jeopardy.
それより、X デー事件を調べてください。真実を知れば、きっとあなたたちは今の正義を貫けなくなる。
Please investigate the X-Day incidents. Once you learn the truth, I'm sure you will exact your form of justice.
それでも、我々の志に反するのが正しいと思えるかどうか、見定めさせてもらいます。
You will learn whether or not you believe it is right to oppose our will.
今の犯人からだよな。いわゆる警告ってやつか。
So, was that them just now a warning or a threat, one might say?
わざわざ俺たちが集まったところでか。ずいぶん自己顕示欲が強いみたいだね。
They bothered to wait until we'd all gathered. They sure crave the spotlight.
星野、大丈夫か？
Hoshino, are you all right? Yes, sorry. The criminals are monitoring everything about me through the collar. That's so freaking creepy. So, like, if she needs to take a bath or shower, they're gonna see all that. Wow. It was the first time they'd contacted me since I was paralyzed. It looks like they wanted everyone to be sure that they're always watching. this was hopeless, and I wrung my hands in my lap.
ま、手を取り合いたいなんて言われても願い下げだっつーの。やめたとはいえ、俺たちだって警察の一員だったんだぜ。
Well, working together with them is definitely off the table. Even though we all quit, we were cops once, right? I looked up. All of you were police. I did verify that Yanagi was a former officer. Enomoto and Sasazuka, were you two also police officers? Well...
バカ。そのアホな口、縫い付けてこい。
What the... Dude, a dumbass. Should I just sew your mouth shut?
今のはちょっと口が滑っただけだっつの。
My tongue just slipped. Just one slip. So it's true then. When I pressed him on it, Enomoto looked to Yanagi in a plea for support.
隠すことでもないだろう。調べようと思えばすぐわかることだ。
We can't hide it, can we? All she has to do is look us up at the station.
あ、それと物はついでだ。二人とも星野に自己紹介しておけ。
Right. We should get this over with. You two introduce yourselves to Hoshino.
何にしろ彼女との接点はこれから増えることになるだろうからな。
After all, we're probably going to be seeing her a lot more often now.
わかりました。
Roger that. Enomoto quietly cleared his throat. Then he turned to me and made eye contact. He took a deep breath.
耳かっぽしてよく聞きな。元第二機動捜査隊所属。かの前田刑事に勝るとも劣らねえ歌舞伎者。
Perk up your ears and listen well. Formerly assigned to Field Ops Team 2 before you stanza Kabukimono rivaling Keiji Maeda.
捕らえた犯人は数知れず。一騎当選、百花繚乱のいぶし銀。星に悠然と立ち向かう男の中の男。
The crooks I've arrested are without number. A shining silver samurai worth 1,000 gobs. A paragon standing alone neath the stars.
榎本峰歌、この俺のことや。よーく覚えておきな、新人ちゃん。
That is I, Mineo Enomoto. Don't you forget it, rookie. That was quite the introduction. Why all the kabuki mannerisms? Oh, he did say he's a kabuki mono.
まともに相手しないでいいよ。
Hey, you don't need to humor him.
彼は天然っていうか神聖っていうか、俺的には遠くから眺めるのがおすすめだね。
I don't know if he's got a talent or condition, but he's a subject I like to observe at a distance. Right.
星野、気にしなくていい。あれは榎本なりの照れ隠しだからな。不器用なやつなんだ、あいつは。
Don't mind him, Hoshino. That's just how Enomoto hides his nerves. He's just a bit of an awkward guy.
バカの極みとも言うけどな。
Paragon of nincompoops, more like.
決まった。これ以上なく決まったぜ。じゃあ次、タケルの番だな。
Oh yeah, I will not tolerate any further slights. Anyway, it's your turn, Takeru.
サイバー犯罪対策課にいた笹塚健。以上。
I was in the cybercrimes division, Takeru. Takeru Sasazuka, that's all. Enomoto's introduction was so dynamic that this was somewhat lacking. Thinking back to what I'd overheard here in the office, I remembered hearing about cybercrime prevention a few times. If I recall correctly, that division was quite difficult to get into. His skills must be the real deal if he got in at his age. Anyway, it couldn't be a coincidence that everyone here was related to the police. Is the reason you all quit the force because you questioned the righteousness of the police like the letter mentioned? I knew I was prying, but I figured I might as well take a shot. Takeru Sasazuka and Mineo Enomoto. Sasazuka and Enomoto averted their eyes. Maybe they didn't want to talk about it. Only Yanagi looked at me in the eyes and answered my questions.
それぞれ思うところがあってやめたのは確かだ。
It's true that we all quit for our own individual reasons.
俺は組織の方針に従えなかった。俺が目指す事件の解決のためには警察じゃできないことがあったんだ。
I couldn't follow the department's policy. I wouldn't be able to solve the case as a police officer.
だからここで独自に事件の捜査を続けることにした。
So I left and I've continued to pursue it on my own. I see. They obviously all had their own baggage. That was why all these fellow ex-officers had gravitated to each other to pursue the case. I could understand that much.
ねえ、そこの3人はともかくさ、この手を取り合いたいって中に俺も含まれてるのかな。
Hey, setting you three aside for a moment, do you think the bad guys included me when they were talking about joining hands? Shiraishi spoke flippantly while waving the note around as if to break the tense mood. Oh, right. In his own eccentric way, Shiraishi brought up a very valid point. Shiraishi used to work with the police, so how did you know about all of this? If the messages are to be trusted, I'll be killed if the police know about this.
なんでも何も1通目の手紙、君を殺すっていう予告状は俺が仕事で扱う受験資料の中に紛れ込んでたからだよ。
Somehow, the first letter, the one that said you would die, was slipped into some case files that I was handling. What?
捜査一課から届けられた資料だったんだけど、ご丁寧に探偵事務所様って宛名付きでね。
They were documents I got from Section 1, but they were addressed to a detective agency.
だからここのメンバーである俺が柳くんたちに伝えて君を探し当てたってわけ。
So I, as a member of the agency, took it to the others, and then we found you.
警察に知らせたら女性を殺すってあるんだよ。報告なんてできないじゃない。
A woman would die if the police found out, right? Obviously, I couldn't call in. He smiled as he said that, so it seemed to me that he was more amused than concerned. It still doesn't feel right to me that a current police employee is involved here.
そして2通目。さっき見せた手紙はお前を見つけて新宿園から帰ってきたらこの事務所のテーブルに置いてあった。
And the second letter you just saw was left on the table in this office after we found you at Shinjuku Garden. Okay. I think I'm gonna end it here for tonight. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you're liking the story and gameplay and my whispering and whatnot. Yeah, I hope you guys tune in next time, and I hope you're taking care of yourselves. Yeah. Bye-bye. See you next time. He's like subscribe for more.